Hi there, my name is Sakuna and today we are about to talk on my two most favorite topics, God and money. I want to start by saying there is no coincidence that you clicked on this video. If you feel you are made to make money, if you feel there has to be another way to make money, I'm here to tell you this is completely right. And there is a big possibility that it is written for you to make a lot of money. Growing up, I was always very interested into wealth. I studied wealthy people since I was a child. And let me tell you this, I have a lot of information that I collected. I didn't grow up in a wealthy mindset or in a wealthy environment. In fact, making money was always something that was very hard for us. Or they always used to say it is just not meant for people like us. I never quite believed that because in my mind I knew there are so many people who came from nothing and made millions. And when I said that, the people in my environment always told me, yeah, that's because of luck. And even though there are many wealthy people who call it luck, I know that there is no true luck. It is always God. And if you're not that aware of your journey, you might call it luck. I've been someone who always wanted to make more money. That meant I worked extra hours. I worked a second job. I, in fact, also worked as a cleaner. Just because I had so much time left, I wanted to make money. No matter how much more I worked, no matter how much more I earned, no matter how much I tried to save, I never had enough. And I knew there is something deeper behind it. In my other video where I show you how to heal your wounds, I also talk about the belief system. I will link the video down below. Our belief system is mostly shaped in the years of 0 to 7 and sometimes until 12. Whatever you learned during that time span, you now have collected it into your subconscious mind, into your nervous system, into your body, into your brain. If you believe that money is hard to achieve, your body now thinks differently. Either it says, hey, I want to have this money so badly, let's just work hard. And I guarantee you, you will achieve it, but only through hard work. Or your body says, you know what? No, I'm not gonna risk my health. I'm not gonna risk my relationships. I'm not gonna risk my happiness through hard work. I'd rather just stay broke. Energetically, this is a blockage for you. This is a blockage for you to make more money. I have a beauty studio since almost 6 years or 7. And I always been told from my environment that beauty studios don't make enough money. This was a really, really long belief of mine. And I still did it somehow, but after getting rid of the people who always told me that, and also changing my belief system, I created a new belief system that said, my beauty studio makes more than enough money. My beauty studio makes this amount of money all month. And you know what happened? It took me just a few months to get to that goal. And 5 years of it, I didn't make this amount of money. Be aware on what you believe around money. How I do that? I just sit down, take my journal and write money. And whatever comes to my mind first, I write it down. Now, after you wrote down your beliefs around money, you can be very messy with that. You can really just put everything you have in your mind to the paper. You look at it and then decide, these are no longer my beliefs. And then you write a new belief system. And this for some people take just a couple of weeks, a couple of months. For others, maybe a year or 2. It really depends on how fast you can change your belief system. I also want to make clear that, of course, we are human beings. We are here in a physical world, in a 3D world. With that being said, if you decide to make money, then you have to change your belief system on that. You have to feel it before it comes, and then God will send you the tools. And He will not come down and tell you, Agona, here are 5 steps on how to get rich. But He will give you some insights, some thoughts, something you maybe heard of in a cafe from someone, an idea that came to your mind. And as soon as you get that, you have to trust in it, you have to act on it and do it. Even though sometimes it will not make any sense in the physical world, you have to trust in God and in yourself. We come to number 2, your relationship with money. Let me tell you this. I never ever met a wealthy person who hated money. They all love money. And in fact, the people that don't love money are most likely the people who are broke. I'm sorry to say it, but it is just what I collected in my information. Money is energy, like everything else in our life is. And we also have a relationship with money. Let's do an example for that. Let's say money is a friend of yours. And you keep thinking that money is evil. Money is so hard to achieve. Money is so unfair. Only bad people have money. Imagine your friend called money. Do you think your friend called money would want to hang up with you? Would like you? Do you think your friend money feels comfortable around you? The beautiful Jamie C. Official taught me these 2 tips. 1. Call your money by a nickname. For her, her money is called Honey. And she talks with her money. She says, "Thank you for coming to me, honey. I love you so much, honey. Thank you for always making sure that I am safe." And number 2, whenever you open up your bank account, when you feel you get anxiety, when you feel you get a little scared on whatever you will see next, you pause, you take your hand on your heart chakra, you close your eyes, and then you inhale deeply, exhale deeply through your mouth and say, "Thank you. Thank you for every," in my country it's called franc, in others dollar or euro. Thank you for every single bit of it. This is important that your system learns that your bank account, that your money is safe. Your energy around money has to change. And with these little things you keep repeating every day, you will change your energy around it. What I always also like to do is to thank whenever I give money away. When I've been shopping, I always, when I put my card to pay, say, "Go and grow. Thank you, God. Thank you that I have the money to pay for it." Whenever I pay a bill, I say, "Thank you for the electricity. Thank you that through my money I can help families to get food." I also never ever have met a wealthy person who is not generous. Never ever have I. With wealth, I don't quite only mean money, because you can achieve money, like I said, through hard work and still have quite a broken mindset around other things. I really mean a wealthy person who is abundant in health, in relationships, in love, who is abundant in opportunities, who is just abundant in life. Never ever are these people not generous. They always like to pay for others. They always like to give away money. They always want to help. Whenever you give away your money for something good, with a good intention, with the intention to help other people, money will love you. I'm telling you that. Money will love you and will come back right after. And lastly, I like to say that sometimes you're not in your purpose. A lot of wealthy people say that they had so much businesses before it took off. They had so much jobs, so much experiences until their business now had made money. If you are meant to make money, and you will feel it, okay? You will feel that you are meant to make money. Then there will be a way for you to make money. Maybe also through multiple ways. Sometimes, until you get to know yourself, you have to do some steps. You have to open up businesses. You have to do jobs that you don't like. You have to open up businesses that fail, even though it not be a great experience during that time to fail at your business, to do a job that you don't like, to have a boss that hates you. But in that time, you learn so much for your business or for your career that will take off. In my words, you have to learn until you know yourself. You have to learn until you realize this is what I want and this is what I don't like. Become aware on what you want, what you don't want, what your goals are, what your purpose is. Everyone on this planet Earth has something that they are very good at. And if you know what it is, then just go deeper into this knowledge, help other people, and if it's meant for you, it will come by itself to you. You don't have to hustle, you don't have to work hard for it. It will come from itself, I promise. Thank you. Thank you for your time and your energy. Thank you if you stayed until here. Whenever you have questions or anything you want to add on, I would be so happy to read it in the comments. And if you want to learn more about everything God and the universe has to offer us, I would be so happy to see you in my next video. Bye.